5, 4. Wait a second. God damn it. I'm filming this at 6 in the morning. Thank you for welcoming us onto your screens or onto your headphones, depending on how you're watching this. I'm Eddie, and this is The Rollback. Folks, Happy New Year. Hope the holidays were great to you guys. With The Rollback, we kind of took a bit of a hiatus. We took a Saturday off just because it's New Year's, folks. It's the holidays. But we are back, and we are looking forward to another great year of bringing you the most okayest content that you can possibly have. That said, today I'm here to talk about The Witcher. Seasons 1 and 2, I guess they're going to blend in just because we didn't really do a review of the first season. The rollback wasn't up yet. But that said, I want to talk about the show that I guess technically it's like Netflix's Game of Thrones, but really with The Witcher is everything Game of Thrones wishes it could have been. And yes, those are shots fired. I'll be clear, I was not a fan of The Witcher before the show. Afterwards, I can dig it. I like it. Especially like Geralt, obviously. So, real quick, the synopsis. A Witcher by the name of Geralt. He is a mutated monster hunter thing who struggles to find his place in the world, while also battling and murdering these wicked beasts. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's like the general idea of it. Of the whole franchise, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's cover the actors. First one, Henry Cavill, a.k.a. the King of the Nerds, a.k.a. Superman, dude who plays WoW all the time, built his own PC. Overall, great dude. He plays Geralt. He's the monster hunter, and a girl by the name of Ciri is his quote-unquote destiny. Not like that. Not like that. She's like a daughter to him. Not like that. Up next, we have Miss, and I'm sorry to butcher this, Frey Elena. Her. She plays Ciri. She's the crown princess of Sintra. Geralt's quote-unquote destiny, and possibly the bringer of the apocalypse. Thus far, I think she will be, but we're going to find out now, aren't we? Following that, we have, and again, I'm going to butcher this, and I'm sorry, Miss Anea Charlotte? Yennefer Geralt. She probably has the most complex character arc in the show. She starts off as a character of a hunchback appearance, who's made fun of, who, just wants love and such. But then they realize she has magical powers due to being 1/4 elf. And then, it progresses from there. Like, she gains the power, she becomes the most powerful witch, uses all the power, makes the difference in a fight, loses the power. Then, what will she do to get that power back? It's an interesting, she has an interesting arc. It's just, she's probably the most complex of them all, which isn't a bad thing. And lastly, we have Mr. Joey Batesy. He just played Jaxer, a bard who's the comic relief Geralt's BFF, arguably. Overall, funny dude. I liked him in both season 1 and 2. He was great. Now, as far as the pros, I want to talk about the stellar cast. They all do an amazing job. Everything's funny. Everything is well acted. It doesn't feel like they're going overboard. It feels like a complicated story because it is a complicated story. But the actors fit the roles that they play, and I can appreciate that. In addition to that, it's also a great overall story. Intricate, well thought out. People aren't flip flopping. It's more or less a constant moving forward in the story, which again I can appreciate. Geralt, he's a bit of the, I'd argue he's a flat character. He's like Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Geralt doesn't really change. His principles are set in stone. He changes the people around him, if that makes sense. Also, the show has great effects, better fight scenes, I'd say. The monsters look legit. They do use some practical effects. Seriously though, some of the monsters look like they should be in the main cast of a horror film in Hollywood, like a big budget film. So props to the effects guys, props to the monster design guys. Also props to the fight coordinators. Everything from the fight in the market, the fight with the basilisk, the fight during the Law of Surprise, and so much more. There's so many great fight scenes in the first 2 seasons. It's genuinely worth it. Amazing swordplay all around. Also, here's a big pro. They have fucking Superman in this. as Geralt, as the main character. Henry Cavill is genuinely great. Good dude, funny dude. But also, like, what he does in this show. In the first season, you can notice they kind of kept his dialogue to a minimum. Just because that's how Geralt is kind of in the show. I mean, the movie? Not the movie. In the video games, if I'm not mistaken. His number one line is, fuck. And that works! That works! I started doing that in my own personal life because it worked. It's funny. I really do enjoy this show. Oh, and there are a few cons. Mainly, this is my main con. There's a B or C storyline in the show about a war going on between the elves and the humans. There was a war. Elves are almost extinct. I don't fully understand both sides, who or why, because there's like a war in the north and the south, and it's. I don't fully understand. Maybe I need to rewatch season 1, but just all that storyline, I was like, wait, who hates who and why aren't they teaming up, and why isn't this happening? I get it. Like, I understand what they're going for. It's just I don't have a clear picture of what happened or who happened or why happened. Does that make sense? I do promise, though, to give it another shot. Maybe I just need to rewatch the first 2 seasons and see if I enjoy that and try to follow the storyline. But that said, overall, this show is great. This show is great. I would give it... season 1 would definitely be an A. Season 2, I'd probably give it a B+. There was a little less interesting shit going on. Maybe that was due to COVID. But that said, no. Both seasons are great. And I hope they only continue to get better. But yeah, that said... Oh, one particular highlight real quick. My favorite episode of Season 2 might be Ciri at the training camp, which has to do that crazy thing and almost get killed. Because it starts off like they're mocking her, but she persists and she keeps going and keeps trying to finish the damn obstacle course. To a point where Geralt shows up there like, oh, fuck. Like, he knows we endangered her. And he says, oh, go on. And she does it, and she almost makes it, and she fails at the very end, and he walks over her, and you expect him to say, like, be mad or be like, good job or something. He's just like, you were so close. I love that. I don't know. It's nice. Go watch this show. It's great. That said, that's going to end it for this first episode of the year for the rollback. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Please give us a like and subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. We're constantly trying to grow this channel. We're constantly putting out new content. You can also check out our podcast. We should have 2 episodes going up this week. We're going to find out, though, how fast can I edit? The world may never know. That said, I've been Eddie, and this was the rollback. See everybody. Have a happy New Year.